Some cars in America are constantly criticized, so much that you'd think they should disappear from the market. They're called ugly, outdated, too big, too inefficient, or simply overrated. Car journalists tear them apart. Online forums mock them relentlessly. And yet, they keep selling. Millions of them. Every single year. In today's list, you'll see cars that are criticized for controversial designs that refuse to follow modern trends, mocked for high fuel consumption, yet dominate sales charts, accused of being boring, soulless, or too American, questioned for their quality, comfort, or even logic. One of these vehicles was once restricted or heavily criticized in certain markets. Another is often labeled as inefficient and outdated, yet buyers line up anyway. And one model is so polarizing that people either love it or absolutely hate it, with no middle ground. You'll also hear surprising stories. A vehicle underestimated for years suddenly becoming a sales phenomenon, a model criticized by experts but trusted blindly by everyday Americans. Cars that appear again and again in Hollywood movies, not because they're beautiful, but because they represent raw power, freedom, or status. So here's the big question. Backhand index pointing right. Why do these cars survive and thrive despite the criticism? What do they offer that spreadsheets, reviews, and spec sheets fail to explain? Stay with me as we uncover the top 5 most criticized cars in the United States that still sell insanely well. Vehicles that prove one thing: sometimes, being hated means you're doing something right. Rank number 5, Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is one of the most criticized vehicles in America, and proudly so. People complain that it's too loud on the highway, rides poorly, handles badly, and feels outdated for the price. Some even say, "This doesn't feel like a modern car at all." And they're absolutely right. Because the Jeep Wrangler was never meant to be one. From the moment you see it, the Wrangler makes no apologies. The boxy shape. The exposed door hinges. The upright windshield. It looks almost identical to its ancestors from decades ago, and that's exactly the point. Inside, the Wrangler doesn't chase luxury. Materials are rugged, buttons are oversized, and many surfaces are designed to handle water, mud, and abuse. Yes, newer models now offer larger screens and modern infotainment, but the soul remains purely mechanical. Under the hood, buyers can choose V6 engines, turbocharged options, or the plug-in hybrid 4xe. With true four-wheel drive, locking differentials, and solid axles, the Wrangler can go places most SUVs wouldn't even dare to try. So why the criticism? Because it's not smooth on highways, not fuel efficient, not quiet, not easy to drive for everyone. But here's the truth: people don't buy a Jeep Wrangler for comfort. They buy it for freedom. Freedom to leave the road. Freedom to explore. Freedom to own a vehicle that refuses to change just to please critics. Moneybag starting around $32,000, the Wrangler continues to sell in massive numbers. Because its buyers know exactly what they're getting. Rank number 4, Chevrolet Silverado. The Chevrolet Silverado is often criticized for being too basic, not refined enough, and less luxurious than its rivals. Car reviewers frequently point out its plain interior, conservative design, and lack of flashy technology. Some even argue that it feels more like a tool than a modern lifestyle vehicle. And once again, that criticism is not entirely wrong. Because the Silverado was never built to impress people in parking lots. It was built to work. The exterior is big, muscular, and unapologetically American. This is a truck that looks at home on construction sites, farms, and highways pulling heavy loads. It doesn't chase elegance, it embraces strength. Inside, the Silverado focuses on durability over decoration. Controls are simple. Buttons are physical. Screens are functional, not oversized. Everything is designed to be used with gloves, dirt, and long hours behind the wheel. Under the hood, the Silverado offers V6, V8, and Duramax diesel options. With towing capacities exceeding 12,000 pounds, it's a backbone vehicle for millions of American workers. So why do people criticize it? Interior feels less premium, design isn't exciting, tech isn't cutting edge, but buyers keep coming back for one reason: backhand index pointing right, reliability under pressure. Money bag starting around $37,000, the Silverado remains one of the best-selling vehicles in the US, not because it's beautiful, but because it gets the job done. Rank 3 Toyota Corolla. If there is one car that gets constantly mocked in America, it's the Toyota Corolla. Critics call it boring. Car enthusiasts say it has no soul. Some even joke that driving a Corolla means you've given up on enjoying cars. And yet, the Toyota Corolla is one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States and the world. The design is intentionally safe. No sharp controversy. No radical experiments. It doesn't try to shock you, it tries to blend into everyday life. Step inside, and the story continues. The interior is simple, logical, and easy to understand. Materials aren't luxurious, but everything feels well assembled and built to last. Modern versions now include large touchscreens, driver assistance systems, and solid safety tech, but nothing feels excessive. Under the hood, Corolla engines are not powerful, and they're not supposed to be. What they offer instead is legendary reliability, excellent fuel efficiency, and extremely low ownership costs. This car has a long history of being used as a family's first car, a student's daily driver, a rideshare and delivery workhorse, a vehicle that runs for hundreds of thousands of miles. So why doesn't it rank higher? Because the very thing that makes Corolla successful, its neutrality, also makes it forgettable. It doesn't excite. It doesn't inspire passion. It simply works. Money bag starting around $22,000. The Corolla continues to dominate sales because millions of buyers value peace of mind over personality. Rank number 2 Ford F-150. The Ford F-150 is a vehicle that gets criticized almost as much as it gets praised. People say it's too big, too American, and unnecessarily powerful. Others complain about fuel consumption, parking difficulty, or argue that no one really needs a truck this large. And yet, the Ford F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in the United States for over 4 decades. That alone tells you something critics often miss. The F-150 is nearly perfect at one thing, doing everything reasonably well. It's a work truck. It's a family hauler. It's a towing machine. And in higher trims, it's a luxury vehicle in disguise. Design-wise, the F-150 balances toughness with modern refinement. Its aluminum body reduces weight, improves efficiency, and resists corrosion, a quiet engineering when many overlook. Inside, newer generations offer large digital displays, advanced driver assistance systems, premium audio, and surprisingly comfortable seating. From bare-bones work trims to platinum and limited editions, the F-150 adapts to almost any lifestyle. Under the hood, options range from efficient EcoBoost engines to powerful V8s, even hybrid variants. Towing capacity exceeds 13,000 pounds, making it one of the most capable pickups on the market. So why isn't it ranked number 1? Because despite its versatility, the F-150 still isn't for everyone. Urban drivers may find it too large. Fuel economy still can't match smaller vehicles. And its size alone scares some buyers away. Money bag starting around $36,000. The Ford F-150 doesn't need approval. Its dominance speaks for itself. Rank number 1 The king of controversy Tesla Model Y. No car in modern America is criticized more, and sold more, than the Tesla Model Y. People complain about build quality. They mock the ultra-minimal interior. They question the lack of buttons, gauges, and traditional controls. Some even say it doesn't feel like a real car. And yet, the Tesla Model Y is not only the best-selling electric vehicle in the US, but also one of the best-selling cars in the world, regardless of powertrain. That alone makes it impossible to ignore. From the outside, the Model Y looks simple, almost too clean. No aggressive lines. No fake vents. No visual drama. Critics call it bland, supporters call it timeless. Inside, the controversy explodes. One massive central screen. No instrument cluster. Almost no physical buttons. To some, it feels unfinished. To others, it feels like stepping into the future. But the real power of the Model Y isn't its design, it's what you don't see. Instant electric acceleration. Over there's software updates that improve the car while you sleep. Autopilot and advanced driver assistance. And access to Tesla's massive supercharger network across the US. The Model Y isn't perfect. Panel gaps exist. Ride quality divides opinions. But it offers something competitors still struggle to match: backhand index pointing right, a complete electric ecosystem. That's why families buy it. That's why tech lovers defend it. That's why critics keep talking about it. Money bag starting around $44,000, the Tesla Model Y isn't just a car, it's a statement about where the auto industry is heading. And that's why, despite all the criticism, it stands confidently at number 1. This journey through the top 5 most criticized cars in America reveals a powerful truth. Backhand index pointing right, bad reviews don't always mean bad sales. Every vehicle on this list proves that criticism often comes from expectations, not real-world needs. Some people want beauty. Others want comfort. But millions of Americans simply want a car that fits their life. One model is loud, rough, and uncomfortable, yet represents freedom. Another feels outdated, but works harder than almost anything else on the road. One is painfully boring, and that's exactly why people trust it. Another is oversized and inefficient, but capable of doing everything. And the last one rewrites the rules so aggressively that it divides opinions everywhere it goes. These cars don't succeed because they're perfect. They succeed because they are honest. They don't pretend to be something they're not. They don't chase every trend. They serve a purpose, and they serve it well. In the American market, emotion matters. Identity matters. Trust matters more than applause. That's why being criticized isn't always a weakness. Sometimes it's proof that a car is strong enough to stand on its own. So here's the question for you. Backhand index pointing right, if you had to choose, would you rather drive the most loved car, or the one that truly fits your life? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next episode. Movie Camera Top 5 Cars Americans Love, but never admit they own. See you on the next road. Automobile dashing away.